All right, welcome to our very first Zoom conference call with two of the outstanding players for the Colorado Eagles and forwards, Shane Bowers and Logan O'Connor. Guys, it's great to catch up with you, and I know it's a strange time, but obviously we're hoping you guys are doing well and hoping that you're staying healthy and again, just finding a way to stay in shape as well. I know that's a big thing, and well, I want to ask both of you, and I'll start with you, Logan, how has this break been? What have you been up to, and how are you trying to kind of try to stay in the best shape you can?
Yeah, it's been pretty tough. I've been fortunate to have a pretty good setup here with some weights and a bike, as well as trying to stay outdoors, go hiking, go for some runs. But all in all, it's been pretty hard. But, I mean, we're just sitting at home, so there's not much to do. So working out every day isn't too hard right now, honestly.
Shane, how about yourself? Where are you at, first of all, and what are you doing right now during this break? And what are you doing in terms of trying to hit the weights or to get some cardio in?
Yeah, so I'm actually home right now. I'm in Halifax, back in Canada. Yeah, similar to Logan, my trainer was fortunate enough he was able to drop off some equipment for me and my family. We have a bike and a treadmill here, and along with the equipment he dropped off. It kind of sucks being inside doing it, but try and make the most of it and get your work in still. Likely that the season resumes, so I got a plan for that.
Let me ask you this, Shane. It's one of those things where I know, you guys play, you get beat up, you're playing a long season, but you have a great gym to work out in, and you don't always want to see that in the middle of the season. But now having to participate this way and just finding what you can and using the bike, does it make you appreciate, I guess, just having a full gym when you do have it a little bit more than maybe you ever have before?
Yeah, for sure. I think you kind of take it for granted having those nice facilities, for access, during the season and during the summer for your summer training. And I think now that everyone's kind of cooped up in the house and you're trying to make work with what you have, you take for granted being able to go to the gym and see the guys and, have that space to move around.
All right, guys. Well, we've got a lot of submitted questions from the great fans of the Colorado Eagles. Some are for both of you, some are for just one or the other. And we'll start with one that I think was kind of interesting. It's for you, Logan. One that was submitted here from Chris Rutledge, wanting to know how come on some of your bios, whether it's hockey DB or elite prospects, it says that your birth city, your hometown, is in Texas. Some say it's Calgary, Alberta. What is that? And have you spent time in both of those areas growing up?
So I was born in Texas. My dad was playing pro hockey there, so I spent a little bit of time there. I really don't have any recollection of my time there. I moved to Calgary when I was, I want to say, 4. So I do consider Calgary my hometown, but I guess some of the websites might, mix those two up pretty easily.
Makes sense. That's where you grew up, so obviously that would be your hometown. Shane and Logan, let me ask both of you this, and I'll start with Shane. I have a question here from @Absolute01982. They say, which defenseman on this Eagles team would you not want to go up against in a one-on-one drill?
I think our answer will probably be the same, but Lindy for sure, Anton Lindholm. Yeah, he's a pain in the pain to play against in practice, and I'm sure for the opposing team he's really tough to play against, so that'd be mine.
Yeah, Logan, you had the same one. I saw you nodding your head.
Yeah, I think that's probably almost unanimous across the Eagles team for forwards to go up against. He's just always in the right position, always has you in front of him, and he's just a good, strong defender.
Well, Logan, let me start with you. Again, this is one for both of you. Obviously, you got a little more free time right now, and a lot of folks doing some reading and maybe picking up some books that they hadn't picked up in a while. One here from @HockeyCrush asking, what's your favorite book?
Ooh, favorite book is tough. I just recently read a good one called 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. It's a pretty good book. It's pretty interesting. So at least one recently that comes to mind right away. That was a good read.
Shane, how about yourself? An all-time favorite book, or just one maybe you've read in the last little bit here that jumped out at you?
Yeah, I mean, I know Logan's quite the reader. He'll probably make fun of me because I actually got a book this year, and I think I got like pretty much 3/4 through it. I don't think I finished it yet. Still have some pages left, and I think Logan actually read it. It was like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep, and then it was just kind of about like mental strength and getting through things and the way you look at things. And I think Logan actually read it himself. So, maybe I should finish that up soon.
Here's one, and this one might be a little bit easier to find the best one top of mind, but this one is from Hillary Faith. And Shane, I'll start with you. What shows have you been watching during this pause in the season?
Yeah, I watched recently that Tiger King one that everyone's kind of talking about, and that was pretty crazy. Just I didn't realize that that kind of subculture existed out there, and that was quite the ride watching that one.
Yeah, it's good to keep those people at a safe distance. Logan, how
Yeah.
about yourself? A good show or one that you've been watching a lot lately?
I actually just finished Succession. Shane wouldn't watch it with me in our apartment. He didn't like the sound of it, so I just finished it, and it was a really good show, as well as the new season of Ozark, which is another good show with Jason Bateman.
Absolutely. Hey, let me ask you this one. This comes from Brooks Fisher. And Logan, we'll throw this at you first. Yeah, if you could have any other career besides a professional hockey player, what would it be?
Whew. I gotta say, maybe an actor. I mean, I think that would be pretty cool to be thrown in some movies with some of those big dogs out there.
Is that something you'd like to do when you get done playing?
Absolutely not. That is not my future now.
Shane, how about you? If you had a different career outside of playing pro hockey, what would it be?
I don't know. I mean, when I was younger, I always wanted to be like a police officer, and I liked watching those shows. I thought it was cool, like the detective and stuff like that. So maybe that, but I try not to think about it. Hopefully, I can play hockey as long as I can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, how about this one? This is from Jennifer Springer. And Shane, we'll start with you on this one. What have you loved most about playing for the Eagles?
I think just showing up to a full building every night. Obviously our fans are awesome and they support us every game. Through the week, through the weekend, and whether we're doing great or we're losing games, I think they're always there and they always have our back, and that makes it a lot of fun to play there and show up every night. I get excited to play games.
Logan, you've been here since the start of the Eagles run in the AHL. What about yourself? What have you loved about playing for the Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, like Shane, it's just the whole community sort of rallies around the team on a consistent basis. Makes it a lot of fun for us to come to the rink every day and play games. And I know it's hard for opposing teams to come into the rink. And another one, just to change it up, I guess, is we've been really blessed with a good culture here. A lot of good group of guys, young guys, older guys that have meshed well over the year. And we're hoping that we can get back for a little playoff run. But obviously that's out of our control. So we'll see what happens.
I got a question here. I always thought this was interesting. And Shane, I'm going to start with you with this one. This is from Renelle. She says, what's your opinion on people banging on the glass? And can you actually hear what fans are yelling from the stands? I know they yell shoot a lot, but can you actually hear what they say? And do you even notice when they're banging on the glass when you're on the wall trying to win a puck battle?
Yeah, I think, during warm-ups, you notice it a little more just because you're kind of paying attention to it a bit. And, you see the little kids around the glass, asking for pucks and stuff, and that's cool. But I think during the game, you're kind of really zoned in. You don't really hear – you hear the crowd, but you don't really notice. Really the only chant I ever hear is like, ref, you suck. But other than that, you don't hear too much along the glass during a battle.
Logan, how about you? You hear people, especially if you're getting at the end of a power play, you sense that people are starting to scream, shoot, or can you hear them banging on the glass? Does it do anything?
Yeah, you hear muffles of it. I feel like the glass sort of tones some things out at times, but when the whole building gets going on the same chant or so that sort of thing, it can be picked up pretty easily. But on the glass, it's easy to hear those bangs on the glass when you're having a puck battle in front.
All right, how about this one? This is from Cassidy. And Logan, we'll start with you on this one. Cassidy Schwartz wants to know, what's been your favorite activity during the quarantine time here?
For me, I've been staying in Denver. I think just there's a lot of good hikes around that you can, social distance. That's obviously important right now. But to be able to do that outside has been great and, a good form of exercise.
Shane, you're back home. What's been maybe your favorite activity here during this break in the season?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I haven't been really getting up to much, but I think just being home, getting to spend some time with my family, that I otherwise wouldn't be able to, it's been special for me. And, it sucks we're not playing, but, one positive is I get to see my family and spend some time with them.
All right, let's get to this one. It's from @BaileyLene, and Shane, we'll start with you. Your favorite song to listen to before the game to kind of get you in the right mindset that maybe it's your go-to song before each game?
I don't know. We usually just let AJ take over, and he kind of runs the music. So I don't really listen to my own personal music. I know he always plays one song called Ballin' right before we go out, and everyone kind of gets pretty excited for that one. So I think that one's pretty exciting and gets boys fired up.
Logan, how about yourself? And maybe if even it's what you listen to on the bus as you're riding from the hotel to the arena on the road, is there any song that you kind of have as a go-to song before each game?
I know Shane and I would listen to Dance Monkey on the way into the rink. That was sort of our finishing song to get us going. But when it comes to the rink, like Shane said, AJ sort of takes over and does his thing.
Shane, this one is specifically for you, and I think you might know who it's from. I'm not sure, but they're asking, who was your toughest midget hockey coach? This is from Tim Boyce.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of a tough question. I'm sure if you looked up both their hockey DBs, there's probably a couple hundred PIMs on each of them. So I don't know if they fought each other before, but I think it'd be a good one.
No, we need an answer though, Shane.
I don't know, between Mike and Daryl, I don't know who I give it to. I can't.
No,
I don't want.
yeah.
One of them's gonna see it, so I don't want to pick a side.
And you're probably too close to him right now. You don't want to mess around with that.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Well, guys, let me ask you this to close things out. And again, we hope you're doing great and staying healthy. But Logan, let me start with you. Your thoughts on this season, what you've liked about it. Obviously, you guys have had a lot of great success. You're having some tremendous success down the stretch before the season was put on pause. But some of your takeaways from this year, the things that you've enjoyed.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we've always had the next man up mentality throughout the course of this season. There's been plenty of injuries up top and with our team. And I think just through that, every game, every weekend, someone new has stepped up and everyone sort of rallies around that. It's not easy to do, but I think that's something that good teams have to do on the stretch and in playoffs. So that's been great to see. And I think, throughout the season, we've got more comfortable with each other and just have built more momentum through that comfort.
Shane, I'll finish this off with you. Same question. This is your first full season playing professional hockey, and again, you've been playing some of the best hockey of your career coming down this last stretch right before the season was halted. But your takeaways, a couple of things that have jumped out at you, and your thoughts on this season here with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that it's come to a halt right now, and hopefully it resumes because I think, like Logan said, we were kind of trending on the right direction. We were starting to get everyone healthy, get guys back. And, like he said, someone stepped up, whether when guys were hurt or guys were called up, someone new stepped up and was able to fill the job. And I think that, with our group, we were a really tight group. There wasn't a bunch of cliques. Everyone got along with everyone. Everyone was, cared for each other. And I think we just had a lot of belief. So, it was a fun year, and hopefully it resumes because I think that we can do something special.
Yep, I'm with you. And the guys hope we continue to stay healthy and stay in shape and enjoy some extra time maybe with some family that you're close to. But we appreciate you spending the time, man. And it's been a great season. And again, I hope we get to continue this year when the timing's right. And thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
All right. Thank you, guys. And that'll do it for our first conference call, our Zoom conference call with Eagles forward Shane Bowers and Logan O'Connor. Thanks for joining us.